Find out more at catscale.com/employment.
Loadmaster here. This is for all you hard-working drivers who hit the road every day, where every mile and every minute is money. But what are you going to do if your rig breaks down and cash flow's a little tight? Simple. Big Rig Lending. No matter how good or bad your credit, Big Rig can lend you up to $15,000 in as little as 24 to 48 hours. No vehicle inspection required. You'll have the cash you need to get you back on the road before you can say hammer down. As a matter of fact, Big Rig lends on all commercial
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, the pulse of Americana, with your beautiful bearded host, Zach Walker. Alabama's best no-holds-barred, constitutionally conservative, Christ-centered talk radio. If that don't fire you up, your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
Good morning.
Welcome in to Hometown Heartbeat. Boomer in the Beard.
I am Zach Walker.
Your big, bearded host.
We have a show planned for you today. But before we jump into that, I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Things were glorious on our end. We got spent a lot of time with family. Got to take a bunch of crazy youngins fishing. We'll do a weekend update before long. Just stay with us. I guess we'll get the starting lineup on the field. But can't play a game without the team. The best exported product from Shelbyville, Kentucky, since Colonel Sanders still watches VHS tapes at home. When the family tries to impress his wife, mixtapes from the late 80s and the early 90s, and is actually old enough to know what it means to shake it. Polaroid picture, the Godfather of old souls. What's up, Boomer?
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
Very, twice. Hear myself twice. I can hear myself coming and going. Sandee, check your phone. So it is.
I feel like we're at a football stadium.
Yeah.
Good evening,
now
ladies and gentlemen.
playing. Hey, there it is. Thank you, Sandee. Speaking of the wonderful Master Control, just over there, just making it happen. The brain, the heart, the soul of the operation. What's up, Sandee Lou?
Well, it helps if I turn my microphone on. Okay. Everything's going good. Just sitting over here and excited about this week. It's Thanksgiving week, so it can't get any better, I guess. Had a great weekend. I did stop by the bougie gas station, though, this morning.
Yeah.
It's so bougie. I love it. It's so awesome.
We're not going to mention names. We are going to have to talk about it, though, because I will be honest. Both Clay and not so bougie experiences on two different occasions.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
More bougie.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we need to talk about that because my daughter works there.
No, well, and here's the deal. I mean, any business that opens up is going to deal with, in their first week of doing business, I get it. It's going to be
working out the kinks.
Work out some kinks. Kinks.
It takes a lot longer than a week.
No, I know. What I was saying was it's only been open a week, and in its first week, we both had bad experiences. So we're not going to say anything bad about the business, and because it's the first week. But I would like to let them know that a bagel doesn't require being cooked or anything, especially if you just get it with cream cheese. You just throw it in a bag, throw some cream cheese in it.
You don't get your bagel toasted?
Yeah, no, I said cooked. I was in a line with people that had to 14 minutes.
Gotcha.
14 minutes. That's once I got to the, anyways. So I'm seeing a headline here that might make Sandee blow a gasket. I don't know if we want to start with this, but
not going to do it. I'm not going to blow a gasket.
Trump campaign cuts ties with conspiracy theory lawyer Sidney Powell.
I'm not going to blow a gasket. It is what it is.
Do we know that's true?
No.
Exactly.
It's on CNN. Of
then
all places.
it's gospel.
But I just saw a headline. Wanted to see what you thought about it. We haven't said hello to Producer Connor. Producer Connor, hey, buddy. How are you, man?
Hello, doing good.
You alive?
Yeah, well, just making it.
Yeah.
So today's the day you would have been able to sleep in? Would you have school today? Yeah, you could have. Yeah.
And instead you get 5 hours of radio time. You've never done a marathon with me before, though.
We did Labor Day.
Oh, that's right. That was a good one. We did the extravaganza. That was a blast. We had a load of people in here. So for those of you that are tuning in with us at 5 a.m., we have an entire 5-hour show for you today. The crew will be changing throughout the course of the day as people come and go to their real jobs. We'll be adding Brandon Hargrove at 7 o'clock, and then at 9 o'clock we're bringing in DeMars. He's a bit famous if you've seen the movie American Gospel 1 or 2. DeMars is the local pastor from Decatur who is absolutely unbelievable. Great dude, good man of faith. He's freaking hilarious, and he's probably one of the smartest guys I know. So he'll be coming in this morning. He goes, "What's the topic?" I was like,
That's the
you
topic.
asking the wrong guy, bro.
Anything.
What's the topic is the topic.
Literally,
Exactly.
we would be asking ourselves, what is the topic the entire time? So, so we're excited. It's going to be a good show. And I mean, Boomer, you got any weekend update?
Yeah, I had a couple crazy things happen this weekend. One, I almost went to jail on Sunday.
Whoa. Hey, way to come out of the gate hot.
Yeah.
What happened? Somebody mess up your bagel at a gas station?
No, it was a Karen.
Stop.
I got attacked by a Karen in a parking lot.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Okay.
I got to hear it.
Timeout. We got a timeout on the field. The floor is yours. The floor is yours.
So I took Turk, my dog, to get a bath and to get his toenails clipped on Sunday. Well, Turk, put him in the back of the truck. I go at it. In the parking lot, they're having their adoption
You have a
days.
truck?
Yes, I have a little Explorer, like a.
Oh, so
yeah.
you have an SUV.
Not a pickup truck. Yeah, SUV,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I just want to make sure.
And so Turk is in the back of the SUV, and normally I'll say stay, and Turk stays till I get the door open, and then I get the gate covered, and he jumps out so I didn't scratch up the back of the truck. Well, he decided to just jump completely out of the back and take off running into the parking lot.
Oh, no, without a leash.
No, I had the leash on. The leash was on.
But you didn't
But I
have a hold
didn't
of the
have a
leash.
hold
Yeah,
of it.
Yeah,
So I yelled at him to stop, and he stopped. Then I grabbed the leash, and then he proceeded to jerk his head back, which I thought that his collar was on very tight, but apparently it was not. So he completely slipped completely out of the collar.
Oh, no.
So I proceeded to yell at Turk, and I never hit Turk. I'm not that kind of dog owner. But grabbed the leash and slapped it on my leg just to let him know that I meant business.
Yeah, hey, slap a leash. Yeah, you hurt yourself. Dog knows you mean business.
Well, then in comes Karen.
Uh-oh.
Who is out doing the dog adoptions into the parking lot. And asked me if I would mind giving up my dog.
What? No, she didn't.
What?
You slapped yourself with a leash and doggy DHS came after you?
And I said, well, ma'am, why would I love my dog? She goes, apparently.
Wait, DHS, that's Department of Homeland Security. What am I talking about? CPS, there it is, Child Protective Services. There you go.
So I said, well, I love my dog. Why would I do that? And she said, well, apparently you don't love your dog. Look how afraid he is of you.
No, she didn't.
And this is why dog people lose all credibility with people. Because let me explain to you how this works. I've said it once before. I'm going to say it again. My dog does not have a last name. My dog is not like my son. He's not a member of my family. He's our pet, certainly. And we love him and we adore him very much. But I don't make my son poop outside or sleep in a cage. And so he's not a family member. And so here's where dog people lose their credibility. Like, listen, your dog doesn't want to get in the truck and ride all over the world with you. Your dog doesn't want to go on vacation with you. Your dog wants to run around outside in the woods, eat its own poop, and make sure there's food in a bowl with water. When there's time for food, they want to make sure you. Yep. That's about as far as they go. That's about as far. So when a dog has an opportunity to rip-roar through a brand-new parking lot that he's never been in before, what do you think a dog's going to do? Well, he's going to stay right where he's supposed to stay because he's not scared of you. That's what he's going to do, Clay.
Yep.
This is where dog people lose. Man, that's where they lose me, man.
Well, that's why. But I am glad that Chastity was not with me. Because my wife, if you know anything about her, like I said, we talked about, she's very spirited. And she has no problem barking back at all. There is no
Hey, I wish
totally
that she would have
that.
been with you.
I could totally see that.
She told me, she goes, if I'd have been there, I'd have grabbed the leash and I'd have slapped it on my leg again and said, Karen, do you want some too? I was like, whoa, okay. Well,
I love your wife. I swear I love her.
Oh yeah. So that was my answer. And I went back in the store and I told the store, I was like, do y'all have to use that adoption thing? I was like, because I think she's hurting her business out in the parking lot. But yeah, it was. But then the weekend was saved though right after that, because I was Sunday or Saturday one is usually when I take my mother, who's 86. She doesn't drive anymore, and so we have to have like errand day, and it's a challenge because my mom she's special. So she wants to go to Sam's, which Sam's is my kryptonite.
The bane of your existence.
Oh my! And especially weekend before Thanksgiving.
No.
Oh yeah, of course.
Every droopy face mouth breather is out and is needing that 50-pound thing of mayonnaise, and so I'm just like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So luckily, someone came to me in the parking lot. Now I didn't know this even existed. You know me, I'm not Mr. Technical. Hence, Boomer.
We're aware of that.
He said no, yeah. You know he said that.
Yeah, no, 100.
So a person catches me in the parking lot and says, "Hey, I don't know if you know this. Have you heard of the Scan and Go app from Sam's?" And I'm like,
"Excuse me?
I don't know what you're talking about."
Did you say Scan and Go?
He said, "Yeah, you don't have to wait in the line. You can scan all the items on your phone and just walk out." And I was like,
"What?
Thank you, angel from heaven. Where have you been? It is the greatest experience I have ever had in Sam. I want to go to Sam's today, just to scan and go,
just to do the scan and go.
And
absolutely,
out. It was the greatest.
You'll feel like you're getting married and you're doing your registry with the little gun thing where you just walk around scanning things you want. I would spend so much money.
Yeah.
With a
that
scan.
Is like
that's awful.
Absolutely fabulous.
Well, it is, except for like my wife.
Fabulous.
My wife's listening right now saying, "Thank God we do not have a Sam's membership," because my husband would go over there and scan everything known to man just out of having fun.
Just to see
what
you could come up
and
with.
Here's how bad I wasn't the angel to everybody else. As I'm walking out, I'm looking at all the idiots going, fools. All the people standing in line still. Like, look at you. You're so far behind me.
Look at that idiot. Look at that idiot. Technologically disadvantaged. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. Boomer and the Beard. Don't you go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. We got 5 hours for you today. You're not going to want to miss it. Don't turn that dial. You're a communist.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
What's better than pizza? That's right, nothing. Well, maybe except for the many ways you can eat it.
I like thinner crust. Oh, and with a side of ranch.
I'll take mine with a pretty crazy assortment of toppings. Thousands. With a side of wings. Hot ones.
Pizza. It's a beautiful thing and found all over the world. But for your slice of the pie here locally, you want to try Doughnut's Pizza in Madison. Enjoy our famous pizzas loaded with edge-to-edge toppings, 100 slices of pepperoni, the family recipe sausage, fresh hand-cut veggies, and premium cheeses like our aged smoked provolone. You'll notice the Doughnut's difference. But why stop there? We also offer subs, calzones, wings, and desserts. Don't keep eating those same old leftovers. Make tonight a Doughnut's night with Doughnut's Pizza on Madison Boulevard in Madison. Call 256-772-6789. That's 772-6789. And online at Doughnut's.com. Doughnut's Pizza, where every piece is important.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money back. That same money back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, "Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me?" I said, "Don't worry, kid, I got you." Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
Remember being in your favorite sport clips, getting set for that great MVP haircut experience? Yeah, how about if we made that wait even shorter. Now, with Sport Clips On Deck text alerts, when you check in online or with our app, we'll text you a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in. And when you're the next man up, you'll get another text to come take your seat. Less wait time, more prime time. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
It's your news now. WVNN. Depend on it.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful, bearded host. Checking in this morning, we've got producer Connor, we've got Boomer, we've got Sandee Lou, we got the whole team, we got everybody on the field. The game started, they're selling popcorn at the concession stand. We're just getting settled in. It's going to be a good morning. We've got 5 whole hours for you. The team will change, the show will not. We are excited and so thankful to each and every one of you that choose to join us every morning. We wouldn't be here without you. And we hope you're enjoying this ride as much as we are, because we could have never imagined where this thing would have gone just from where it started. Or I can say that for me personally, because I did this for a few months without any. It was me and Connor and Dallas, and then we've played a little bit of what musical chairs until we met our destiny, which was Sandee, Lou, and Boomer. And this is the team that you're going to be with, hopefully, for as long as the good Lord will let us do it, but at least for the rest of the week. So there's that. Programming notes on Thursday and Friday of this week. You will get best ofs from the show. We will not be in the studio on either of those 2 days. We're going to go and spend Thanksgiving and Black Friday with our family. And unfortunately, if you're a deer hunter and you do a radio show in the morning, you lose half of your hunting time. And so in order to get some morning hunts in, you've got to take some
bring out the old smoke pole.
Well, a modern day rifle started, so we're now I'm
to put your smoke pole up.
Well, no, I mean I still have the smoke pole out, but I just don't use it often. Okay. Why use the smoke pole when you can use the old 308? So I can pick your nose from 750 yards away. So
nice. Well, you were talking earlier about the. I mean, to dig a little deeper into the scanner.
Oh yeah.
For when you get married.
I've got a good one for that too.
So for you guys, when you got married, who had control of said scanner?
Oh, dumb question. Me all the way.
Okay. What about you, Sandee?
I did.
You had it. Okay. All right. Well,
he didn't even go.
That was the only one I went to. When I knew we got the scanner, I was in.
Well, my best friend growing up, when he got married, his wife was like, fiance, threw the smackdown, was like, you are not touching this gun, you are not doing anything, blah, 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 blah. And he was mad. So he went back after they had went together and added a honey bun. And told a honey bun. And told all of his friends, hey, whatever you do when you do this, just add a honey bun to whatever you get us. They had 350 honey buns.
No way.
Oh, my goodness.
That's so funny.
I was like, that was the best use of the scanner that could possibly be. But she had no idea. She was like,
50 honey buns.
I don't even. And he apparently was like me, battling diabetic stuff. So his honey bun was his drug of choice. So she knew exactly what had been done when that happened.
Oh, so Sandee, you made a crazy face when I said dumb question. I obviously had the had the remote, or the scanner. So my wife would not I'm scanning. I mean, I scanned like one of those KitchenAid mixers, like real expensive mixer. I scanned one of those like $high Keurig coffee machine. Like my wife would have never scanned those things because she's got that. People probably won't. I mean. That's kind of a big ticket item, probably maybe just, I'm like, no, like put it out there and see what happens. So I scanned literally everything known to man. In the process, I scanned a bobber cooler. It looks like a bobber float. We got that.
Oh my goodness.
By the way, that actually showed up at the wedding.
That was somebody that loved you.
No, it's actually one of her friends
okay.
who loves the fact that I'm funny.
Okay.
Knew that
they were looking at.
Yeah.
They were looking at that going, oh, I know Zach got that
No question Zach did that. I bet Ashley gets mad when this shows up. So there's a bobber cooler that's sitting in my garage that has never been bobbed. But
what?
Nope.
You just set it in your new big bathtub.
It was the bathtub's not new, but yeah, we could.
I thought you got a new. I thought.
No, it's just the same bathtub.
Oh, I thought you got a new bathtub. I thought you got a big bathtub. My bad.
No, we have a big bathtub, but I scanned one of those big cardboard boxes cardboard playhouses, that you can draw on for kids. And my wife was like, Zach, people are going to think I'm pregnant. I was like, oopsies, my bad. I didn't think through that one. Oh, my
goodness.
That's funny.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that.
Well, you got to be, the reality is, the scanner gun is to make it where the guy will actually show up to go through to get the stuff for the whip.
Facts.
I mean...
Yeah.
So he's going around and she's going, let's do this, and he gets to go, pew, 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 point and spin.
Is that the noise that the scanner made that you used?
Yes.
I've never used a scanner that said, meow, 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 meow.
Zach is suddenly jealous.
I was like, golly, why did I get hosed on the scanner?
I know, right?
Man.
We could have what could we do? A radio show warming instead of a housewarming kind of thing?
We could go and do
I'm sure the people that listen to the show would love to go to the store and buy us gifts.
We could go to Target.
And then you could do ching, 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 like that.
Thank you, Sandee, for trying to make my wildest dreams come true.
You're welcome.
We could go to Target and we could all individually register, and that'd be like what we want for Christmas.
Oh, there we go.
Well, Target will let you
do
anything you want. You don't. I mean, you
can we do
you can say I'm marrying myself. I identify as somebody who wants to marry themselves, and they'd be like, okay. Gender neutrality, no problem. Let me do my weekend update here.
Okay, sorry we didn't ask.
No, you're good. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm the question asker.
Hold on. How was your weekend, Zach?
It sucked. Let's move on. No, I'm kidding. It was great. I've been looking at a piece of property. Okay, so I've been looking for a piece of land to buy and build a house on. We actually had an offer in on a really beautiful piece of land down by the river that was actually accepted, and then it didn't happen. That was probably a year ago. And that was pretty painful because that one was it was beautiful, man. We were going to build a house like 100 foot up, looking over the Elk River. It's going to be great. But I need a little bit of land. Like I need some acreage. I want to be out. And a few months back, I got introduced to a guy that has this beautiful piece of property with a big 7-acre pond. It's actually got 2 ponds on it, but it's 7 total acres of pond and 25 foot deep in the middle. I mean, very well built. Just humongous ponds, and it's this big 22-acre tract of land. And so we've been kind of looking at it, and we spent most of our weekend out there. We'll kind of. Praying about, thinking through, looking at. We took all the kiddos fishing. It was just really neat to just stand there, and there's 4 kids from 5 to 12 years old that are out there, just out there throwing a line in the water and just enjoying nature. Like no phones were out. There was no TV. There was no Xbox. There was no anything. It was just a bunch of kids, some adults, and fishing poles and it just, I don't know, something about that just speaks to me. Like I really enjoy that whole just out being in nature thing. I don't know, because I do love technology, and I love my phone, I love my computers, and I have a tendency to get hung up in some of that stuff, but I love the outdoors more. And so it's like when you have the opportunity, it speaks to you. So anyways, I say all that to say, hopefully we've got a few more steps to take, but hopefully we've found our little homestead that we might be able to I think my dad might jump in and build a house. So we have a little family compound out there.
Oh, wow.
So it'd be pretty cool. So we're working through some of the logistics there, but I'm super excited about that. Plus the ability to grow ginormous largemouth bass in your own pond.
That's what I was waiting on right there.
Well, it's definitely a draw. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wanted acreage and a pond. I mean, we got the Tennessee River if I want to go fishing, but to have the lake is certainly not a detriment by any stretch.
No.
I mean, it's definitely not a
within walking distance of.
No, I mean, I can almost throw, like from where my front porch will be. Like I can almost throw my fishing rod all the way to the water. Like I mean, you just sit up there and look over the water. So it's a beautiful piece of property. And here's the cool part: it's only about 7 minutes outside of town. So it's not far out.
That's even better.
Yeah, so it's the best of both worlds. So, nothing like a good long gravel driveway and living out in the middle of nowhere, right? And so
exactly.
That's what we did for most of the weekend. I did see something that really concerned me, and maybe we'll talk about it. I think there was a super spreader event in the Indianapolis Colts game. I think I saw a super spreader happen live on TV. I don't know if you guys have watched any football lately, but these the old COVID list is pretty long. A lot of people getting COVID in the NFL, man. Let me tell you. I guess their bubble's not as tight as the NBA's. I do like this one team. I forget, maybe the Ravens, or I don't remember who it was, but there were 11 people on the COVID-19 list a day before the game, and then 3 on the list the day of the game.
False positive.
Yeah, 3 days in a row. They all tested positive, negative.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
They got that Saban drug.
Yeah. Speaking of that Saban drug,
here we go. I knew it was
called
coming.
winning. We got to talk about that too.
Oh my God.
Man, did Kentucky steal something from Mac Jones?
They didn't.
Did they steal something from him? Good Lord, he beat them like they did.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking
He
about.
was supposed to go to Kentucky.
Stole something.
He was supposed to go to Kentucky.
Yeah, and then he realized that he would have been the best quarterback that ever played there in the history of all quarterbacks. So he was like, I'd probably rather go somewhere where I can win. We'll dive into some of that when we get back. Clay's home school of Kentucky faced the Alabama Crimson Tide, and
they were whooping that A for the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, and then the cheerleaders came in. Then the cheerleaders came in, and they continued to do exactly what they'd done for the first 4 minutes. We'll talk about that a little bit more. We also have a super spreader event in the Indianapolis Colts game. Oh, my goodness, what are we going to do? COVID's going to kill everybody. You're listening to Hometown Harvey, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. We will be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. This is News Talk 770 AM. 92.5 FM WVNN. News starts now.
Drug maker AstraZeneca has announced that late-stage trials of the vaccine it created with Oxford University could be up to 90% effective against the virus. That is, if you get 2 doses. One benefit, this one doesn't have to be kept at ultra-low temperatures like the Pfizer one.
We expect the vaccine is stable at normal refrigerated conditions at 228, which will significantly make the supply chain logistics much simpler and easier.
AstraZeneca Executive VP of Operations Pam Cheng. Public health experts in the U.S. increasingly worried about people traveling for the Thanksgiving holiday. This woman had on a full bodysuit as she boarded a plane at San Francisco International Airport.
I feel really good. I'm going to actually in here brought a bunch of wipes, so I'm just going to wipe down my bags, and I don't feel like I really took that much of a risk, honestly.
President-elect Joe Biden's longtime national security aide, Antony Blinken, is expected to become his nominee for Secretary of State. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
When people walk through our doors, they all see something different.
A tree house.
Our dream home.
Our cabin in the woods.
A new golf course community.
When you have every conceivable building material imaginable in place, the possibilities are limitless.
Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop. Let us bring your home improvement project to life. The best products and name brands in residential and commercial building supplies. From lumber to Benjamin Moore paints, DeWalt tools, custom millwork, doors, and more. Looking for something specific? Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is here to make sure you find the products you need to complete your home projects. Pay a visit today to Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop on Clinton Street in Athens and online at PurcellLumberandMillShop.com. Or for questions, give us a call at 256-232-6320. Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop in Athens, where builders, remodelers, and home improvement specialists come to shop.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money back. That same money back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for one low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
The talk station in Alabama, WVNN. Depend on it.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat. Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful bearded host. 866-494-9866 is our phone number. 866-494-WVNN. That is the old18.com hotline. Give us a call if you have a weekend update you want to share with us. We want to hear from you. But while we're giving our own weekend updates here, let's see. We said we'd talk about the Indy Super Spreader and then the Alabama never mind. Golly, there was a good one there. There was a good one there, and I let it ride. That's called growth and wisdom, but I let it ride.
It's like Game of Thrones. Basketball is coming. That's all I got to say.
How does that have anything to do with Game of Thrones?
Because
do they say basketball is coming?
Winter is coming.
Oh, I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Sandee, I don't.
sorry.
The look you just gave me, I don't appreciate. Like you act like I'm obnoxious that I've never looked at or that I've never watched.
Even if you haven't watched it, like there's so many memes out there that have like pictures of the whole Game of Thrones thing, and it's like winter is coming, and then they say all these other things are coming. You know, are you living under a rock?
No,
well, Connor, I'm not surprised.
I just thought you were making like basketball and Game of Thrones.
No. Yeah, I was like, I didn't know that basketball was such a central, plot line of that show. I thought it was.
Boomer, I'm there with you.
Gotcha. I mean, everybody else, and the rest of the world.
Well, the 2 old people have got it. The 2 young people. Oh, I'm just kidding. Sandee's just like 31. So, so let's go super spreader first because coronavirus is obviously killing everybody right now. If you look at the news, we're all dying at a record pace.
Yeah.
The world's going to end, and magically, when Joe Biden swears in on January the 4th, it's all going to disappear. But that's neither here nor there. Maybe we can avoid that from happening, but it doesn't look good. So anyways, we're not going to go there yet. I'm sure we'll get there at some point today, get Sandee to blow a gasket. But until then, Indianapolis playing the NFL games, right? They've got these boys in a bubble. They've got them quarantined. They're testing them on a daily basis. My wife made a good point. She goes, how much money do they waste on testing? And I'm like, I can't even imagine. They test every single person every single day. So a lot. But this young man, I mean, very happy to have scored a touchdown. I mean, look, to have scored a touchdown in an NFL game is a pretty big feat. If you look at the list of people that have done that, compared to the list of people, like the size of, of people from the time, it's a very, very, very small list, if we're being honest, right? Like, I mean, it is. It's incredible. So I could only imagine the elation of scoring your first touchdown in the NFL. Unfortunately, in the midst of the most dangerous pandemic in history. Let me let that. See, I'm not trying to get my blood pressure up either, so let me let that settle. Woosah. All right, I'm good. You can't score your touchdown and then in a fit of elation jump up and do what they call the Lambeau leap. Except for, usually, there's nobody there. So it doesn't really matter. You can Lambeau leap all you want to because there's nobody to high-five you because Democratic governors across the state won't allow people to leave their house. But that's neither here nor there. So this young man scores a touchdown in Indianapolis and proceeds to Lambeau leap. Now, mind you, these guys are in a bubble. That's how they stay safe, right? Allegedly. This young man jumped up, did his Lambeau leap, and landed right in the lap of 6 of his best friends he's never met. Not a single one of them had a mask on. And I'm talking about they're right there in this young man's face screaming, "Oh, yeah, good job, yeah!" Just absolutely just spittle flying everywhere. Question for those young people and the NFL is that not a super spreader event? Because now you've taken one guy in the bubble, you've taken him out of the bubble, you've exposed him to 5 untested, unbubbled people without mask, spitting in his face, and then he immediately turns around and goes back to the other 80, 90, 100 people that are all in the bubble.
They're doomed.
I'm just saying, you better watch out, Indy. The whole city of Indy might be wiped out by the Rona.
I don't think they'll be able to have the NCAA there.
Nope, 2 years from now probably. It's like the exclusion zone from Chernobyl. You're just going to have to just let it waste. Pripyat or whatever, Pripyat or Pripyat or Pripyat, whatever it's called. Do you know what it's called, Connor? Do you know what it's called? Okay, in Chernobyl. You're too young for that, I guess.
It was in Game of Thrones.
You do know Chernobyl, right? Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, it was in Game of Thrones season 3. Yeah, that's funny. So I wanted to put that out there and just make sure that everyone is aware. Yeah, I said it first. I looked at my wife and I said, Indianapolis is going to explode. It's going to explode. Everybody's going to die. There's going to be nobody left. Super spreader in Indy. All because
they've done a really good job in the NFL and in college football of just glossing over the fact that these guys are sweating and tackling each other.
Yes.
And then they go to the sidelines and put their mask on and stand 6 feet apart and then go back and do it again, and everybody's cool with that.
Yeah, at least the NBA said, look, we're in a bubble, so we're not our guys don't have to mask up in the bubble. Outside of the bubble, mask up. But, it just goes to the fact that none of these people actually believe what they're telling you.
It's just visual. It's the optics.
No.
We're doing our best.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're not going to get Sandee riled up this morning. So let's talk about what's
It's not going to happen.
I know. I just said I'm not going to get you riled up. Sandee went to church yesterday, got in a good spot, led some worship. She came back this morning and said, I'm not getting fired up. And then she saw Sidney Powell. She was like, she went from a 0 to a 2. And then we talked about the Rona. She went from a 2 to a 3.5. And she sit over there just like, don't do it. She's like, we've been watching the Marvel universe.
I'm practicing my Zen.
You know, my son's a big superhero guy. He loves superheroes. Most kids do at that age. I don't know that I ever did. But superheroes weren't. I guess Marvel wasn't that big of a deal. Like unless you were a comic book guy,
right?
Like, but at 4 years old in '91, there's not a ton to get you hooked on superheroes. No. So in 2020, there's Marvel everything everywhere, and so my son's really big on superheroes. And my brother-in-law and his wife watched the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe in chronological order. And just like there's a list out there that puts them in chronological order. It's pretty neat.
Yep.
And so my wife and I are walking through that with my son, and he really enjoys it. And we were watching yesterday. It was time to watch the Avengers, and so the Hulk, talking about how he's always angry. That's a secret. Mm-hmm. That's how Sandee feels right now. She's like I'm always wired up, but the Zen, the self-control. It's a good thing. No, that your personality is to be a little fiery. You know what I'm saying? But
sometimes you need
But
that.
you have to suppress that. With the Holy Spirit will suppress that in your life and just kind of keep that at bay. And then at times it fires its way up. And you don't like me when I'm angry. That kind of a thing.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, there you go. So I got your back.
So you're just waiting for me to turn green? Is that what you're saying?
No, you actually turn pink. It's like a darker version of pink, borderline red. Looks very angry. Yeah,
I gotcha.
So, yeah.
The Crimson Hulk.
Speaking of the Crimson Hulk, what about Kentucky? Good gracious!
What do you expect?
No, I didn't expect it. Well, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I expected Kentucky to be able to get the ball past the 50-yard line. I did expect that.
Nah.
Well, for the love of God, the cheerleaders came in after halftime.
The number one team in America.
I got you, but but Kentucky couldn't move the ball on the number one team's number 8 players.
They didn't move the ball that great against Vandy.
That's true. That's true.
It's like I wasn't going.
That's true. Why does Kentucky continually recruit quarterbacks that can't throw the ball?
Well,
but he's got 4.4 speed.
Yeah.
Okay, well then put him at wide receiver.
In Kentucky's defense, this isn't a defense because they wouldn't have had a shot against Alabama no matter what.
No, never.
But they've been going through a lot. They had their one offensive line coach that died of cancer. They had a player that
did last week.
Yeah,
last week they had the coach die of cancer, and then the first play of the game, they ran out and lined up without the left tackle in honor of the the coach, and they took the penalty, a delay or a legal formation penalty or whatever, and then the other team declined, knowing what was going on. It was just a really cool moment of just kind of acknowledging the man and his contribution and his passing. But yeah, no, you're right. Kentucky's been going through a lot, like lack of winning for years, and so no disrespect, may he rest in peace. Didn't mean to
and the other part
too quick.
No, and then the other part from the football side of things, you got their quarterback who had been injured last year. He came back. And he played, and then now they've got this, quarterback roulette where they've got three different quarterbacks that they're trying to work in. And it's kind of like I can see where they've kind of just said, okay, whatever. And it's just – but they had no –
I don't know if I'd call them quarterbacks. They've got three athletes that rotate in and out.
Would have had Mac Jones, but he decided,
He decided to win.
Let me ask you a question.
Ask.
Do you think Mac Jones is a Heisman candidate?
Without question. I was before this season started. Look, I'm going to admit a couple things I got wrong here. Dallas, I need to talk to Dallas because I missed Kyler Murray. I missed him big time. That dude's unbelievable, and I thought he was going to be an absolute bum. Baker Mayfield, missed him. Apparently, they're 7-3. By the way, the Cleveland Browns are 7-3. You hear me? Cleveland Browns, the Buffalo Bills, and the Miami Dolphins are all in the playoff hunt. Did you hear that? So there's a lot of things I missed this season, but my biggest miss was Mac Jones. I was a Bryce Young guy from day one. I said Mac Jones is another Greg McElroy, which don't get me wrong, I love me some Greg McElroy. He's A.J. McCarron. I love me some A.J. McCarron. But those guys didn't go to the NFL and do much. They both backed up for teams. A.J. McCarron started like 2 games and gotten his tail whooped both times. Like great game managers, but at Alabama, all you have to do is hand the ball off to one of 18 running backs that could start at any school in the country. All you have to do is throw the ball to Jerry Jeudy or throw the ball to Tyrone Prothro or throw the ball to whoever, get it to them on a 7-yard slant and let them go 85 yards for the touchdown because they're the most gifted athlete in the world, right? I mean, that's the way Alabama football has run forever. Mac Jones is the best quarterback. He's better than – here I said it. He's better than Tua.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know about that.
He's more consistent than Tua. Hey, I bet you won't see Mac Jones get benched in the SEC championship game. Mac Jones is the most he's blowing Joe Burrow's numbers out of the water from last year. He's destroying Joe Burrow's. He's the most accurate quarterback in college. I thought Mac Jones was another Greg McElroy. I missed it. I think he's better than Tua Tagovailoa. There, I said it.
I love how Boomer is just sitting there like a proud papa. He's just sort of like, no, don't say that.
I'm not sold on him being like a Heisman because I think what you're saying.
You don't know how to read.
No.
I mean, English is hard. I get it.
Hold
on. Let's go to. No, we're gonna complete this debate right here. Okay. We're gonna go to a break. 866-494-9866. 866-494-WVNN. Old18.com hotline. Mac Jones is better than Tua Tagovailoa. There, I said it. Prove me wrong. We're gonna talk about it when we come back. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
You don't need a diet. That's work. You don't need a stylist. They're overrated. And you don't need to hang out with older or fatter people just to seem better in comparison either. All you need are these masters of video production. They'll make you look good.
Make your videos look good with Cotton Row Productions, the official live stream provider of Hometown Heartbeat and The Dale Jackson Show. We can handle events, church live streams, and your digital advertising. Call Cotton Row Productions today. 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355.
Got you covered screen printing and embroidery in Athens. Our team is here to help you with custom printed t-shirts that you want. And we know that means quality. At Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery, we focus on the highest quality and the fastest turnaround time possible. Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery on West Sandifer Road in Athens. Call to make an appointment with our graphic designer. She's awesome. 256-444-4500. That's 444-4500. And online at GotYouCoveredAthens.com.
There's nothing like the peace and serenity that you get while fishing. Invest in the rod you deserve. Old 18 is a veteran-owned company operated by a U.S. Navy SEAL and Top Gun fighter pilot, breaking the mold of the fishing industry. At Old 18, we offer high-quality products with a 25-year master rod builder behind every rod. We offer a no-nonsense, hassle-free warranty we stand in front of so you don't get left behind. Shop old18.com and type in the code BEARD for a 20% discount.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular Sport Clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Connor's not even listening. Melikimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day.
For Tua.
Oh, I see what you did there. Well played. Well played. Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. This is our one Christmas song of the show today. Now, remember, after Thursday, we can go to 1 hour, and then the week of Christmas, we can go to more than that. So we'll keep you updated on how much Christmas music you can expect. But for now, we are at one a show. So don't kill us, but also enjoy it, and just lean back and embrace it. It's we don't have our tree up in here prior to Thanksgiving, so everybody chill out. Okay, so Tua Tagovailoa, Mac Jones. Who's better? What do I say? I say Mac Jones is. I say that here's why I say that. Mac Jones is completing 78% of his passes for 13.2 yards per attempt for a quarterback rating of 220.1. That's 20 points better than the FBS record of 202 set by Joe Burrow last year. And Alabama's already played the toughest defense on their schedule. Jones dropped 417 yards and 4 touchdowns on the Georgia Bulldogs. So in the last 2 years, the list of statistical accuracy and who's best is Mac Jones number 1, Joe Burrow number 2, Tua Tagovailoa number 3. Now, don't get me wrong. Tua was a fantastic quarterback, and here's what I like about Tua. Tua had just large cojones for another Hawaiian term there for coconuts, and so I don't know if that's true or not. I made that up, but
it may be.
He did the whole adversity thing really, really well. He was not afraid to be a winner, and like he stepped up in big games. He threw big passes. Don't get me wrong, Tua Tagovailoa should hold his place. I mean, for what he did in the national championship game alone, coming in the fourth quarter and throwing that ridiculous pass to win against Georgia. Like, I'm not taking anything away from Tua. What I am doing, though, is giving it to Mac Jones, because Mac Jones is a stud, man.
I'm thinking that it's hard to look at that because he's got so much around him.
Well, hold on a cotton picking minute.
Most Heisman winners, when they have won, has been where if they were out of the game, they wouldn't continue. You're telling me that if Alabama were to put in one other guy, that Alabama wouldn't still be dominating?
Well, no, but if Trevor Lawrence came out of the game and they beat Boston College and almost beat Notre Dame, and Notre Dame's legit this year.
They struggled without him.
But go look at Ugalele or Ungalele, whatever his name is. What is all these? I mean, Ugalele, Tagovailoa. I mean, that's just, come on,
ukulele.
Man. Go look at old Tommy plays a ukulele and look at his stats. I mean,
I'm not hating on Mac Jones.
I think Clemson's not as good as maybe people think they are. I think Notre Dame might actually be legit. I think Monte Teo found his girlfriend. I'm just saying. We've got Andrew on line 1. Andrew on line 1. Bring it in here, buddy. What do you got?
Morning. Hey, it's not so much Tua, but Burrow. When Burrow had that phenomenal season, 4 of his games were, for the lack of better words, subpar teams. And if you look at those 4 games, that's where he ramped up his numbers.
Okay.
Mac Jones has done this against nothing but SEC.
Now, I want to agree with the second point, but the first point, I want to be very clear. What Joe Burrow did last year, he did against every team he played. I mean, yes, he like anybody, he padded his stats against bad teams, but he was look at what he's done in the NFL.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that if you look at Joe Burrow and you take those 4 games away and then put him against SEC, then him and Mac Jones has got just a little bit better numbers over the season.
And so you're an Auburn fan, right?
Oh, come on,
Oh, thank you for your call, man.
Go Gators.
Oh, I hear you. Go Gators. Thank you for your call, buddy. Look, here's the deal. Here's where you got to be honest with ourselves, right? Like, my brother-in-law, my wife, her whole family is from Louisiana. Like, my brother-in-law lives a mile from LSU Stadium. They're big LSU fans. What Joe Burrow – I was at the game 2 years ago when we absolutely destroyed Joe Burrow. Like, I thought Joe Burrow might literally burrow into the ground and never come back out because he got his feelings hurt at LSU. But what he did last year – I mean, I'm not going to take a thing away from that dude because he went to the NFL and started doing the exact same thing. Do you know who throw? And I hope he can recover from this knee injury. It's just a torn ACL, so usually that's a pretty, back in the day that was a career-ending injury, and now it's like 6 months and you're back, and so it's unbelievable. I've been through the process of a torn ACL. I mean, I certainly hope he can be, can come back. But he was making the most pass attempts of any quarterback in the NFL. He's a rookie. And he was making the most pass attempts of anyone in the NFL. Pretty unbelievable. I don't know. I think that Mac Jones. I missed the boat, and so what we have to be careful of is we can't be Homer, right? We can't be one of those like a Rotad and Trump, right? Like it's not that way for me. I like football. I just like good football, and I can own the fact that maybe I missed it with Mac. Mac Daddy's the real deal.
I'm just a believer in the Heisman. The Heisman is someone that if that person is gone, that team is awful.
Yeah, like Johnny Football.
And that will not be
real character play there, huh?
But hey,
did you see what he tweeted over the weekend?
Oh, he's a fruitcake.
He had a someone on Instagram DM him a picture of himself passed out, face down in a bathroom, hammered, and Johnny retweeted it and said, like, much respect. I'm like, huh?
That's an individual who people around him just don't love him. If you're that person that has it made and somebody has not, protected you, then yeah, you're not.
That was brutal. Did you see that? Watch. I'm sorry. Watch this. And man, that was crazy. The video out of Seattle, I guess. Person pushed another person onto a train track. And then the train ran over the person. Good Lord.
Gosh.
That was awful. I'm sorry to go from college football to that, but when you watch a murder live on Fox News, it'll kind of throw you off your game a little bit. Good gracious. Did you see that?
I'm just like,
did you see it, Connor?
I don't know how to recover from that.
Holy crap. In our Chicago update, 5 killed, 44 hurt. So obviously gun-free zone not working very well there. But hey, don't worry about it. Joe Biden should protect your freedom to bear arms. So that shouldn't be an issue there. He's from Scranton. So yeah, a lot to cover in that little 45-second time. I kept looking up at Sandee on the monitor, and Sandee's like kicked back, dozing off, and I'm like, we got to stop talking about sports, or we're going to lose Sandee for the day. Like, we're going to lose her for the rest of the show.
Look, I'm just enjoying my bagel over here, watching the sports commentation and all that kind of stuff. So,
I'll have a little man talk every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Sandee, I'm gonna teach you to love sports. Don't worry.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
Sandee, me and you and Boomer and Connor, we're gonna go down to Bryant Denny and we're gonna do a little sideline trip for a Bama game.
Now, if I'm there live, I'm like all about it. Like, I am the most excited person totally on the field.
Yeah.
But
and you could go to Alabama games and you wouldn't have to dye your hair.
Oh,
I know.
Boom.
You're already in.
Look at that. Could you just could we put Tide in the shave side? Like, literally just like shave out the word TIDE?
No.
Okay.
I mean, my dad would love it, but
because you have the crimson hair and then the Tide on the side.
I do.
That would work pretty well.
I know.
No. Okay.
Hey, another random news. Did you hear that Mel Gibson has said that there will be a Lethal Weapon 5?
Shut your mouth.
Oh,
do we need that? Do we need Lethal Weapon 5?
No, we don't. Lethal Weapon 1 was amazing, one of the best movies of all time. 2 was still really good. 3 was meh. 4 was 5's going to be ugh.
Yeah.
Like look, all right, here's the deal. So, let me tell you.
That's what happens when you have like multiple movies like that. I mean, look at Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm just kidding. I had to throw that in there.
Those are all
single syllable reviews.
Lethal Weapon 1, yeah. Lethal Weapon 2, meh. Lethal Weapon 3, meh. Lethal Weapon 4, yeah, we could do something like that. Yeah, that's
I thought Mel Gibson was like
so much
done.
fun.
I thought his career ended.
Wait, did the Ice Bucket Challenge?
That's why he wants to do a Lethal Weapon 5.
No, that's exactly right. His career's over and he's got alimony. No, I don't know. I don't know if he's divorced. I shouldn't say that about the man. I'm sure he. Never mind. He's a great actor. And what is it, Glover that he's opposite of?
Danny Glover.
Yeah, and
Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci came in and kind of.
Yeah, Joe Pesci was good, but his Glover. I bet Glover's probably not in great shape right now. Let's get some pictures. Let's Google some Glover current day.
The show turned so dark.
What?
If you watch the news, it's like everything's bad, and then we're like, person dies. Hey, let's look up pictures of seeing how this guy's how much time he has left.
Danny Glover. How old is Danny Glover? Do you think?
65.
75.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 75.
I was going to say 85.
Wow. Okay, so she's got him.
I know.
She's got him in on death's doorstep over there.
Yep. 85's not necessarily on death's doorstep.
Well, if he's on death's doorstep, then my man from Scranton's in trouble.
Yeah, if he's 75, Morgan Freeman's 111.
Maybe.
I mean, Morgan Freeman. I mean, he's been around since the early 1900s.
Hey,
he is the new Chuck Norris.
How old is Mel Gibson?
I'd say 72.
64. So you're off both times. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful, bearded host. We will be right back. Don't you go anywhere.
WVNN Athens, WVNN FM Trinity, a Cumulus station. It's 6 o'clock. News starts now.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. As coronavirus cases continue to rise, drug maker AstraZeneca says the vaccine it has developed is 90% effective if you get a half dose, followed by a full dose a month later.
The fact that we now have potentially a half dose full dose regimen means we have more vaccine available to immunize more people more quickly, which will have the greatest impact on getting the pandemic under control.
AstraZeneca CEO Pascal Soriot says the half dose followed by the full dose was the most effective treatment. A record 83,000 Americans now hospitalized with COVID, and cities imposing new rules to try to flatten the curve once again.
A 3-week pause starting Tuesday in Nevada, says Governor Steve Sisolak.
Our case rate growth is at a wildfire level.
A mask requirement and capacity limits for bars and restaurants. Locking down Newark, New Jersey the day before Thanksgiving. Mayor Ross Baraka saying considering those sickened and killed earlier this year. To ignore this surge,
it would be irresponsible, criminal even.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo tightening hotspots that are
overburdening hospitals.
Cuomo saying with testing, more schools can stay open. Chuck Severson, ABC News.
All restaurants in Los Angeles County also going back to carry out only. President Trump continues losing battles in court over the election, and today there is a snag in the state of Michigan's certification of ballots. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze.
Michigan's canvassing board, made up of 2 Republicans and 2 Democrats, is preparing to vote to certify the presidential election results or delay the process to allow an audit. At least 1 Republican member is expected to vote to delay the certification. If the other Republican forces a tie, the issue could end up in the court.
A spokesman for Michigan's Secretary of State says, quote, "We have no reason to doubt the canvassers will carry out their duty to certify." President-elect Biden's longtime national security aide, Antony Blinken, is expected to become his nominee for Secretary of State. This is ABC News.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
My son, he lives with me, and we both take it every day, and the results are wonderful. But when he was younger, he was in his early 20s. We went skiing, and he had a skiing incident where his big toe on his right foot, the nail got injured, and he lost the toenail. It came back really weird and ugly, and it's been that way for the last 30 years. In about 4 months of us taking the products on a daily basis, his toenail came back perfect. Yeah, I wanted to share that with somebody because it was like astronomical. So we're really very happy with the product.
Don't wait to see how Balance of Nature can improve your health from your head to your toes. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com today and use discount code.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
In any home, cabinets are an instrumental part of your design. So, when you open your current cabinets, what instrument do they play? Wouldn't you rather they sounded like this? They can. It just takes one call to us.
Cabinet Express Online, North Alabama's premier cabinet supplier. Whether you want a complete custom kitchen or some of our RTA line, at Cabinet Express Online, you will get the most value out of your hard-earned money every time. Are you looking for framed or frameless? Either way, in no time at all, your dream kitchen can be a reality. And the only place you should trust to bring that dream to life is Cabinet Express Online. Schedule your free design consultation today with Cabinet Express Online. Call 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355. And online at CabinetExpressOnline.com. Design your custom kitchen today with Cabinet Express Online.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you could move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed. It's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry MyPillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever.
Buy one MyPillow, get one MyPillow free. Call 800-889-7318 or go to MyPillow.com. Click on radio specials and use code BEARD at checkout.
Where Alabama talks. WVNN. Depend on it.
Come on, Chris. Talk to me. Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful bearded host, coming back to the sweet, sweet sounds of the new Chris Stapleton album. The song is called Arkansas on the album Starting Over, and my goodness, that band can play.
If you're waking up this morning and you've had a lot of trouble at your work with the IT department, may not understand them, may not want to, but know you need them, you may want to give Simple Helix a call, 256-975-4758. If you're a business owner, you can actually pay a monthly fee to have the IT support you need. It's more of that OpEx versus CapEx model, so you can spread out that money and just have that dependable person there. Simple Helix, a Microsoft Gold partner. If you're needing to use the Office 365 environment, and Teams has been something pretty popular during all of this work from home stuff we've been going through, but you can call Simple Helix and they will hook you up. 256-975-4758.
And this week, if you call Simple Helix, you get an ugly Christmas sweater from Zach with my face on it. And I'm a big fan of OpEx, CapEx. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know what any of that means. But
you don't know what OpEx or CapEx? You do.
Yes, I do. You're right. I have no idea. But we'll just go. Maybe Sandee can explain it. Sandee, what's the difference in OpEx and CapEx?
One starts with op and one starts with cap.
Well, one would be a capital expense that you would spread it over time, and one would be an operating expense that you would pay on a monthly basis.
I tried to explain that to him, but he just didn't get it.
Well, I knew it the whole time.
He did.
I did.
I know he did.
I knew it. You're right.
He was too busy thinking about whether or not he was going to be able to have Thanksgiving or not with COVID restrictions.
Oh, I can guarantee I'm having Thanksgiving. It's a question I'm going to ask. It is a question I'm going to ask Sean this later in the show today, though, because one of my favorite podcasts that I listen to regularly, I've got to get better at not saying names all the time, so I'm not going to say it. But Big Time Morning Show, they have a podcast. They did a podcast this weekend where the fan base just called in. The whole podcast was like answering questions. One of the questions was really good. It was, if we are prevented from meeting for Thanksgiving by the government, do we as Christians then have to, by Romans 13, submit, therefore, to the authority of the government? And it was an interesting question, and it's an interesting answer, and I think a lot of it hinges on we're called to follow the law, and law is very different than strong suggestion, which is what a lot of these are, because in order for laws to be made, a process has to be followed that isn't being followed, and so being told not to meet for Thanksgiving is very unlikely to be a law where you live, and more likely to be a very insignificant suggestion, if you would take it that way. So, but that's something we're going to talk about with Sean a little bit. Is maybe Christian disobedience, if you will. Like at what point do we as Christians? Sean is one of the most unbelievable. Have you seen American Gospel, Sandee?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you know Sean. You probably have you watched? You
I have not.
Figured as much.
I actually have a client that goes to his church.
Yeah, 6th Ave over in Decatur.
Mm-hmm.
They're fantastic. They've gone through some things here recently, but they are fantastic people. He's a fantastic dude, and I'm super excited to have him on. He's been on the podcast before. We've never been on the radio show. He has a hard time waking up this early. He's got kids and obligations and things like that, and he just sleeps, I think. So nothing wrong with that. I wish I could. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow because my sleep, like, I fall asleep like crazy, and 2 hours, somewhere between 2 and 4 hours after I fall asleep, I sit straight up in the bed wide awake. And it's happened every day for like the last 2 weeks. I don't understand it. It's the weirdest thing. So I've started just taking a bunch of melatonin and just passing out.
They're going to start shocking your tongue. Gotta be careful. Just saying.
Thank you.
I'm just watching out for you.
Be fun.
You got anything else you want to add?
No, I just be careful with that shock your tongue thing. They get that, and you'll be.
You know what's funny? I heard a commercial for that treatment on this radio station the other day. Dale's got one in his show. It's fantastic. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's like a national or local, but it's pretty funny. In other news, Christie slams Trump's legal team as he eats a donut. Says they're a national.
Oh my gosh!
Says they're a national embarrassment. His double chin was just wearing it out, flopping like a turkey.
Stop.
It's hard. It's hard for Chris Christie to call anybody an embarrassment. That'd be like me calling somebody fat. Like it's probably not. That'd be like me getting on somebody that talks too much. Like
fair.
Chris Christie, you are literally the embarrassment.
Yes.
Like, there's nothing not embarrassing about you, bro.
We just need to cross the bridge into the Biden administration.
That's not bad.
Oh,
that's not bad.
Look at Connor.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Connor, that was fantastic.
That's really good.
Eating a Christie cream.
Okay. Yeah.
That's good. I got you.
Yeah, I got the bridge there. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm just getting the point. I like you. I need more Jesus. I want to start throat punching people, and I gotta calm down.
Yeah. So turns out you can never be woke enough for this culture. For those of you that didn't know that, that thought you were woke enough, let me tell you, you cannot be woke enough. First of all, there's a singer. Okay, her name is SIA. What, Connor?
Sia.
Okay, Sia. Can someone explain to me what in the heck's going on with her hair?
Hey, with that bow on her head, she can't see it at all.
It changes all the time. She tries to be like the Lady Gaga thing, like she wants to be
but her eyes are covered.
Yep.
She can't
That's
see
her. Can't see ya.
So apparently she's directing an upcoming movie entitled Music. The film's about a young woman on the autism spectrum. She claimed to have spent 3 years researching autism and then cast someone without autism to play the role. And she's getting destroyed for it. I guess that's not cultural appropriation. What is that, disability appropriation? Like, what are we appropriating there?
Having disability.
Okay, disability appropriation. Quote, it's a mighty shame that someone with such a colossal platform is using it to exclude disabled and neurodiverse. I'm sorry. It's not funny. Stop it, Zach. Okay. Let me get through this line. To exclude disabled and neurodiverse.
Yeah, as a made-up word.
Oh, so
what is neurodiverse? What is neurodiverse?
Listen, my daughter just texted me saying that Sia covers her face because she doesn't want people judging her based on her looks. She wants people to judge her based on her talent.
I wish somebody judged her based on her disability appropriations. I'm just saying. This is unbelievable. Let me ask you a couple questions. She actually tried to work with someone on the nonverbal spectrum, and it's I imagine it's very difficult.
I would think that'd be a challenging thing for someone that may have a severe autistic.
I know some people on the spectrum that are very high function.
Yes,
that would probably be able to. But would that be woke enough for the woke crowd, or would they want full-blown, fully nonverbal? And look, we have a dear friend that is dealing with nonverbal. She makes these incredibly gut-wrenching posts about, like, I may never hear my son say I love you, like all these different things. And it's like, man, that would be super challenging. But, like, are we going to make that person a movie star? It's probably going to be very difficult to teach that. I'm just saying, like, I'm with you, but I never thought I'd find myself defending Sia.
Well, when will we get to go back to the people's, like, judge them based on their intent?
Never. That would be never.
Because, I'm pretty sure if she's thinking about doing a movie and she wants to call attention to this and really bring that out.
Nope, not good enough.
We think that she's going to be...
If you call attention to it without using someone who experiences it, you're not calling attention to it at all. You're taking away opportunity. You're squandering a platform.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I'd like to. I'm
well, after the flurry of criticism, Sia exploded. F-ity F. Why don't you watch my film before you judge it? Look who's woke now. Look who's woke now. Get you some of that. Sia said F-ity F. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. Boomer in the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. We'll see you in a minute. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
Though the world is full of wonders to amaze you as you roam, some of life's greatest treasures are found very close to home.
Find your own treasures at Highway 31 Flea Market. We have it all. Lots of furniture, both painted and project pieces, along with chairs, tables, televisions, books, and so much more. Our prices are unbeatable with products you'll love. Maybe you're looking for a bed frame, or maybe some tools. You'll find a great selection right here at Highway 31 Flea Market. We also have all kinds of collectibles and antiques. Want even more deals? You can jump on board with our week-long online auctions, beginning every Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's simple. You can join the auction at fleamarket.highbid.com. That's fleamarket.hibid.com. And be sure to visit us Monday through Saturday from 9 till 5 at Highway 31 Flea Market on Highway 31 South in Athens. What will you find when you shop Highway 31 Flea Market?
Karen's a quilter.
Karen's Quality Quilts. Quality custom quilts quickly.
How's the quilting business, Karen?
Kind of quiet. My quest to quadruple my quilting sales has created a quagmire.
Can I be candid, Karen?
Okay.
You need a website that can encompass the quality of your quilts.
I know quilts, but I know no computers. They're confusing.
But there are people who know coding like you know quilting.
Who's that?
I'm glad you asked. WebUnderdog creates websites that don't just catch the eye, they catch customers. And they're as user-friendly for you as they are for your clients. We build high-quality, clean, well-coded, custom designs for organizations of all sizes that are affordable, professional, and specially made for your brand and visitors. Outside of responsive web design, WebUnderdog also offers search engine optimization, website management, and so much more. Give your business the professional touch and contact WebUnderdog for a free web design quote. Call 256-998-0667. That's 998-0667 and online at webunderdog.com. WebUnderdog, your local web design and SEO agency.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
You go as hard as you can. And then a little harder.
And then it was like I stepped funny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I could barely walk on it.
Okay, let's take a look.
At Lang Chiropractic, we'll help your sports performance and your overall health by improving your range of motion, flexibility, relieving inflammation, and so much more. Focusing to improve your health and wellness in all areas of your life. Whether you're having trouble with back pain, neck pain, or just want to start feeling better when you wake up in the morning, Dr. David Lang is focused on a whole person approach, finding those underlying causes and creating a personalized plan for your individual needs. Schedule your visit by calling 256-444-1600. That's 444-1600 at Lang Chiropractic on Highway 72 East in Athens in the Publix Shopping Center. Visit us online at langchiropracticcenter.com. Lang Chiropractic, we've got your back. Come see us today.
The Dale Jackson Show, weekday mornings only on WVNN.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat. Boomer in the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. Check it in this morning. We got that marathon treatment for you this morning. We got 5 full hours of the show. I know you're excited. Why wouldn't you be? It's the best show on the radio. We know that. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you every single day. Let me tell you guys about a proud sponsor of this show, Purcell Lumber and Custom Millwork. Mr. Purcell is one of the best men that I know. He's also been around a long time, knows exactly what you need for the do-it-yourself project to build that house that you're building, your material takeoff list. If you're a contractor, if you need some Benjamin Moore paint, if you need some DeWalt tools, if you just want to have a really pleasant customer service experience while buying your goods to do that project, just give them a call today. 256-232-6320, 256-232-6320. Tell them that the Beard sent you. They'll take great care of you guys. So briefly, before we move off of Sia, Connor just showed me an exchange. Connor, could you read the first tweet? And I will play the role as while we're in acting and we're in this thespian area here. Let us put to work our thespian talents and I want you to read the first tweet, and I will play the part of Sia. So you're playing the part of the autistic actor named, so I don't even know his name. Him? He's a...
It could be a him.
It's a or why didn't she say actress? She said actor, or he said actor, and Sia replied with
because
actor.
it has to be gender neutral.
Helen.
But actor is male. It's masculine.
It doesn't matter. No, not to them. It does not matter.
Okay.
Oh,
So you're going to play the role of Helen, and I will play the role of Sia, and now we're gender appropriating, but it's okay. Go ahead.
Several autistic actors, myself included, responded to these tweets. We all said we could have acted in it on short notice. These excuses are just that, excuses. The fact of the matter is zero effort was made to include anyone who is actually autistic. Hashtag nothing about us without us.
And playing the role of Sia, maybe you're just a bad actor. Boom! Sia dropped a bomb. That's what I'm talking about. Tell them, Sia. Maybe they're just a bad actor. Maybe you don't have to hire somebody just because of the color of their skin or because of the disability. Don't hear me saying that I don't think we should get everyone engaged and involved that we can. I mean, I love to see that stuff. I really do. But we shouldn't be forced to. I mean, as far as I mean, Joe Biden's not in office yet, so we still have a free market. For what I could tell. Now that may get a little more difficult as we go, but for now, we've still got a free market, by golly. If we want to pick and choose who we want to pick and choose to play whatever we want to play in our movie, then we're going to pick and choose.
Could a boy-girl named Helen play a man?
Well, the movie was about a girl, so I don't know that it matters. But
just trying to see.
How you doing, Sandee?
She's at about level 6 right now.
I'm about to get her going here.
No, you're not. No, you're
Candace
not.
Owens.
I love her.
Suing Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
She says, we're fact-checking the fact-checkers. Check this out. I think, first of all, I love her as well. I hope that at some point she runs for president. I think she would win. But this may be the smartest play that I've seen in regards to the whole internet strangling ideas and orbiting truth. How do we stop that? Well, obviously Congress has been unable to do anything. According to the Daily Wire, Owen said that she is fact-checking the fact-checkers. They deem anything to be information. They are targeting her, and their fact-checking has led to the demonetization of her Facebook page. So check this out. She is now like she's got the basis, she's got the measurable, like there is real damages here, which is hugely important in a case like this. Here's the quote: "Quite literally, a doctor gave his opinion about COVID-19, which I simply shared, and Facebook issued a strike on my account because they said only information that they agree with about COVID-19 was acceptable," she explained.
What?
They don't say it that way, but that's what they're saying. I mean, right? Because if they're willing to take an MD and say your opinion is no longer valid because we don't think it's valid, then they're not.
Right.
I mean, they're not asking for, because an MD should have the right to make his opinion. Doctors don't agree all the time. Doesn't make one of them wrong and one of them right. It just means they disagree. At some point, maybe you would find out that one was incorrect and one was correct, but that doesn't mean they should be muted or censored, right? And so she says, I have decided I'm not going to give up and sit down. The fact checkers are activists for the left that shut down your speech if they don't like it. It's time to fact check the fact checkers. We're going to put them through discovery and figure out what the relationship is they have with Facebook. Now, check this out. She's not suing Facebook because currently Facebook operates under a set of rules that allows them to be not held liable for stuff like this. So it's a very interesting legal strategy to kind of slide your way into a crack that presents itself in the system by going after the fact-checking third party.
So who's named in the lawsuit?
Let's see here. It doesn't say the name of the actual company, the fact-check company that she's suing, but she named the third-party fact-checking company that is hired by Facebook as the party to the lawsuit. So it's not Facebook itself. Which I think is the smart play, because if she went after Facebook, she's going to lose every single time, at least until such a time that we can make a change in the way it goes. But maybe name of the there it is right there, right? U.S. Today and Listed Stories LLC. Was that?
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Lead Stories LLC.
Lead Stories LLC is named in the lawsuit. So again, it is an interesting play. I think it may be the best play. Christie says, "I'm hungry," and so that's what he has to say about that. And Joe Biden's still from Scranton. So outside of those three things, I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of think it's I don't know if it'll do any good. Defamation is probably the hardest thing in the world to win in court.
But I think that what she's doing basically is just trying to get the acknowledgement
Agreed.
of these things out there, whether or not it goes anywhere in court or whatever. I think just the fact that she is bringing attention to it so that more people are educated about it and don't take it for biblical truth.
Yeah. No, I think you're exactly right. In other news, a man was caught on video spitting on women hiking outside because they weren't wearing masks. He responds by saying, "I have COVID," and spits on them.
Oh, my gosh.
Jeez, what the heck is wrong with people?
So if I could take a snapshot of the two sides of this country, there they are.
Yeah.
There they are.
I've never been that mad.
I can tell you one thing. There aren't many things in this world at this point in my life that would make me raise my hands in physical violence towards another human being anymore. Praise God for that. There was a time in my life that I would you were going to catch these hands if you did anything I didn't like because I was that person. But at this point in my life, God has redeemed me, and that if another human being spits on me, I can assure you what is going to happen is going to be the worst day of someone's life. It may be mine. I may get mine whooped too. But by God, we're going to find out. We're going to stand toe-to-toe and see what happens, by God.
I think that would be...
I promise you, we're going to stand toe-to-toe and see who's man up, who's going to man up right then and there. It's that and my family. Those are the only two things that would cause me to launch into a physical... oh, man. Whew.
I think
There's nothing more disrespectful than spitting on another human. Yeah. Nothing more disrespectful than spitting on another human being.
When they had like the hawk sound, that's when the punch. I'd do a preactive strike.
Oh, just preeminent, like one of those Ginsu missiles on Soleimani or whatever his name was. I'm talking about this.
So he spit on them because they weren't wearing masks?
Outside hiking on a mountain.
But they weren't wearing
Correct.
masks, so he spit on them.
Correct.
So the very thing he's trying to prevent.
Correct.
They're outside.
Why can't that cougar that was in the mountains attack those people?
Right. Hey, cougar, there's your guy. And I'm looking at him right now.
Right?
His ears are low. Looks like a real winner.
There you go. Ears are low.
You can't trust a man with low ears. Probably has two first names, if I had to guess. You just can't trust a man with two first names or with low ears. So when we get back, I've got another story about outside COVID, but this one hits close to home. We're talking about Athens Walmart. We got a Tesla charging station. Don't you know those people that drive them Teslas? This is going to be a good one. People. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
The nation's airports are filling up with Thanksgiving travelers, but the nation's hospitals are also filling up with people sick from COVID. 83,000 people now hospitalized, and 1 in 5 hospitals say they're expecting critical staffing shortages over the next few months. ABC News transportation correspondent Gio Benitez has more on the number of people who are flying this week.
As you can imagine, most people are traveling by road. So when you add in drivers, AAA is forecasting more than 50 million total travelers this year. Now, if you are traveling and hoping to avoid a lot of people at airports, the Sunday after Thanksgiving tends to be the busiest, so plan around that.
AstraZeneca says its late-phase vaccine trials have proven its candidate is 90% effective if you get a half dose followed by a full dose. This is the company's Pam Chang.
We plan to begin supplying by the end of the year with hundreds of millions of doses of vaccine supply in 2021 on a rolling basis, obviously pending regulatory approval.
Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Where is your haircut gone?
We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
If your computer stopped working, your business will grind to a standstill. This is Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. For my friends over at Simple Helix, the cost of a full-time IT department is really just unreasonable. Call Simple Helix today at 256-975-4758. They never take a vacation and cost far less than a full-time employee or staff. This new normal we live in has us working from home and remoting in all the time, so 24-hour support is more important than ever. Reliable and safe access for you and your employees doesn't get more simple than Simple Helix. 256-975-4758. That's 975-4758. Tell them the beard sent you.
According to Politico, the politics of COVID-19 has reached a boiling point in California. It's not because Governor Newsom flaunted his own virus restrictions by attending an upscale party with his upscale lobbyist buddies at an upscale hotel. It's not California lawmakers partying at a conference in Maui, again flouting the travel rules they impose on everybody else. No, it's something more local. Screwel. Early on in the pandemic, Newsom and his Democrats kowtowed to the powerful teachers' unions by shutting down the Screwels. And all these months later, Screwels are still shut down. Instead of being in class, most of the 6 million California Screwel children are at home. Those who attend private schools, like Newsom's kids, they're back in the classroom. But other students, including most minority children, they've got nowhere to go. Now, even a few Democrats are breaking ranks and are calling this two-tier system state-sanctioned segregation. It's inequality on parade. This is not what California stands for, they say. But, see, they're dead wrong. This is exactly how liberal elites who run California have governed for as long as they've been in power. Their kids, their buddies, their special interests get the breaks. Everybody else gets broke, especially the minorities they claim to represent and care about. State-sanctioned segregation? Yep, exactly. Business as usual.
Cadenwood, the trusted leader in CBD and makers of Level Select CBD, introduced to consumers right here on the Rush Limbaugh Show, is proud to introduce Purity Preferred, a line of CBD products made just for pets. Formulated by experts specifically for your dog or cat's needs, Purity Preferred created products for calming and hip and joint mobility issues. If you're looking for relief for your beloved dog or cat, look no further than Purity Preferred Pet Cbd. It's made with the highest quality broad-spectrum CBD with moringa and krill oils added to reduce inflammation. All Purity Preferred products are independently tested with 0% THC and made in the USA. Purity Preferred has a special introductory offer for Rush listeners. Go to PurityPreferred.com and use promo code PURITY50 for 50% off any purchase. That's PurityPreferred.com, promo code PURITY50 for 50% off. Purity Preferred Pet CBD from Cadenwood.
Not available. My great-great-aunt Bertha May had certain words she would not let us say at the dinner table. Nowadays, if you're a government contractor, CMMC is one of those words. Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification. It's where you've got to be in the DoD world if you want to bid and win government contracts. 256-975-4758. My friends at Simple Helix, look, they're not afraid, and they can show you a cost-effective path to becoming CMMC compliant. What that means, they're going to help you navigate the process. They're going to make a plan, and they're going to get you to those big government contracts you need. Give my friends at Simple Helix a call today at 256-975-4758. That's 975-4758. Tell them the beard sent you.
For up-to-the-minute news, log on to WVNN.com. Depend on it.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful bearded host. Check it in this morning. We've got producer Connor, we've got Boomer, we've got Sandee Lou at Master Controls. And we are just fired up that you're here with us this morning. We would not be able to do this without you, and we thank you for joining us every single morning right here on your best, your favorite, the best, the only show in morning radio that you need to wake up at 4:30 to listen to, or not. You can go listen to the podcast too. That's fine. At thehometownheartbeat.com. Lang Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of Hometown Harvey, Boomer and the Beard, 256-444-1600. Dr. Lang treats the underlying the underlying cause, not just the symptom. It's not about pain management. It's about actually making you better. A whole body approach. He's the only chiropractor I've had that does that, and it makes him different, makes him special. And we're so thankful that he is a proud partner of this show. 256-444-1600, right here in Athens, Highway 72 in the Public Shopping Center. There you go. So I teased a bit of a story here in Athens, Alabama, which for those of you that listen to the show from all over I don't know if you guys know this, we've got people that listen to the show from all over the country. The podcast is pretty popular, and we appreciate you guys that have done that. If you cannot wake up early enough to get the first hour of the show, we completely understand that you're distraught because you don't know where to find it. Well, let me tell you how to listen to it. TheHometownHeartbeat.com or BeardedIsBetter.com. Click there at the top on podcast link. It'll take you to the Apple Podcast Store. You can listen to us anywhere you get podcasts, okay? All you have to do is search for The Hometown Heartbeat with Zach Walker, and it will pull up the podcast. Hit subscribe by 8 o'clock every morning, well, except for this morning because we're going to have 5 hours, but most mornings by 8 o'clock you'll have the podcast download ready to go. And you can listen to the show without commercials. But we have people, I track the statistics on our website visits and on our podcast downloads, and we have listeners from all over this great country. Actually, we talked about the virus. We had some listeners from China. I don't know what that was all about, but that's a true story, by the way. And so we are very cognizant about not talking about hyper-local things a ton, because we want to make sure that we include our audience from all over the country, but sometimes you got to be a little local, and so I think it plays both locally and nationally, though. And so I'm going to ask you a question, Boomer. If you roll up to your local friendly country backwoods neighborhood Walmart and you see Tesla charging stations, one, do you expect to see many Teslas charging?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. In
this particular situation, not one but two. Okay. Now, it's a holiday, so people are driving quite a bit. Maybe they're traveling. I don't know. The second question, Boomer. Would you say that those who drive a Tesla are more likely or less likely to be COVID sheep?
100% COVID sheep.
Okay. Why is that, you think?
Because they're woke.
Okay. Now, now, to be clear, if you drive a Tesla and you're not woke, I'm totally down with you, and I kind of think Teslas are cool. But for the most part, the electric vehicle crowd, the Toyota Prius crowd, the Nissan Leaf crowd, probably voted for Joe Biden. And so that being said, I'm kidding, but only kind of kidding, because I pulled into the Walmart in Athens, Alabama yesterday, and I looked over. And there were two Teslas, not one, but two Teslas. One actually in the charging slot. One was actually not in the charging slot at all, but it was just weird that in the frame I had two Teslas. And there was two gentlemen standing outside of their Tesla. Or, I'm assuming it was that car's occupants, right? Because they're standing right there by the car while it charges. Both men standing like 8 feet apart, talking to one another, both with masks on, both outside.
They're probably wearing diapers.
Here's the question. Do you think that when they got back in their Tesla, they took their masks off?
Not a chance.
Nope.
You don't think they took their mask off?
Nope. Probably put another one on.
Yeah, probably.
I'm really struggling with this whole outside thing. I don't need to wear a mask when I'm outside. I don't need to wear a mask ever, but I definitely don't need to wear one outside.
No.
I just don't. What? Does a Tesla automatically make you lose your common sense?
But I have seen.
Go ahead.
Look, I have seen people driving through town, nobody in the car with them, and they still have a mask on.
Yes, I make fun of those people regularly.
Why?
I saw one.
You don't have to wear your mask.
I saw one in the parking lot at Sam's yesterday. One person had a mask on, the other person didn't in the same car, and I'm thinking,
I've seen that too.
One of them's like, I don't want to get it, or it's what they think about it. I just can't.
If you're a good, strong conservative and you drive a Tesla, I would love to hear from you. 866-494-9866. I want to give Tesla owners everywhere the opportunity to say, wait a minute, don't put me in their boat. 866-494-WVNN, old18.com hotline. I do want to be sure to make sure, like, I do think Teslas are kind of cool. Now, the whole Elon Musk's, he's not, look, I mean, they're not getting great car and driver reviews in terms of, like, quality, okay? Like, they're struggling a little bit there. But they are kind of cool looking. I mean, I'd like to drive one around just to see what it's all about.
Well, what are your thoughts on the people that go into full environmental, save the environment, do the Tesla, do these things?
Mm-hmm.
The number one cause of environment damage, I've heard, now maybe I'm not wrong, Connor can look this up, but I've heard that it's air conditioning units.
What?
I've heard just the ones of, like, just the air conditioning units and how they run and stuff like that can do more damage to the environment than anything that
Freon
in the environment. Yeah. So if you drive
Freon
a Tesla,
disposal's a problem.
If you drive a Tesla and you're doing that because you're saying you're adding to the environment, but then you go sit in your air conditioned home, are you really? I mean, you almost need to go full blown Amish if you're going to do that. Go full blown.
Here's the other part that people don't. And Connor, you were leaning into your mic a moment ago like you had something to say. So I don't want to. You had your head.
I was just going to say Tesla owners probably aren't listening because a lot of Teslas don't have FM radios anymore.
What?
What?
They're censoring them. They can't hear the truth. Oh. Don't let them listen to talk radio.
They don't have FM radios?
At least the Model 3s, unless they've updated it.
Well, it wouldn't bother. Honestly, I don't know that my truck radio's ever been on. I'm always listening to my phone. Because if I want to listen to a radio, I can do it on the apps. I can do it on whatever. So.
And I think that's the idea.
Well, that's interesting.
Push it.
Huh?
Push it to the electronics.
I thought you said something.
I did not know what you said.
Push it to the technology. Yes.
Yes.
Everybody's going to be like running on
so
the.
we can understand it.
I need to. Yeah. I forget who I work with.
Easy.
All these politicians and people that go on with these Green New Deals and stuff, they fly. So you can't. I get the point.
Here's the thing. Here's what these Tesla owners at Walmart don't understand. There's a big fence around something you can't see behind that fence. You know what it is? It's a big generator that's putting power through to the charger. It's running on gasoline. I mean, are you kidding me? I'm sorry. It just really frustrates me. It's a big generator that runs on gas that powers the charger that puts the electric in your vehicle. Do you get that? How do you think it works? Electricity doesn't just create itself. Lightning struck a little box and it created enough electricity. No, it runs off a generator. Oh, yes, exactly. It's like, come on. Like, if you want to drive a Tesla because they're cool and you like electric vehicles and you like the torque and you like the acceleration, then fantastic.
Now, do they have to pay to have their car,
yes.
get their car charged?
Yes.
How much do they pay?
I don't know. What do you think? I drive a Tesla? Come on. Cybertruck ain't got nothing on that diesel I got out there. Let's go to a break. When we come back, I'll try not to say something stupid. You're listening to the best, the smartest, the only show in morning radio that you need to make sure you wake up and listening to. Make sure you go to thehometownheartbeat.com for the Bearded Bonanza. We're giving away $250 to you. All you have to do is go to the website, thehometownheartbeat.com. Click on Bearded Bonanza right there at the top. Answer 2 questions. You're entered to win. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
No two of us are exactly alike. That's why you need a financial advisor with the freedom to focus on the details that make your life your own. Your family, the challenges you face, the dreams that inspire you. Whatever your goals, you need an advisor that can create a plan uniquely tailored to you. That's life well planned. To learn more, call Raymond James Financial Advisor Dustin Haraway, 256-705-0300. Located in downtown Huntsville. Raymond James Financial Services, Inc. Member FIRNA SIPC.
What's better than pizza? That's right, nothing. Well, maybe except for the many ways you can eat it. I like thinner crust. Oh, and with a side of ranch.
I'll take mine with a pretty crazy assortment of toppings. Thousands. With a side of wings. Hot ones.
Pizza. It's a beautiful thing and found all over the world. But for your slice of the pie here locally, you want to try Doughnut's Pizza in Madison. Enjoy our famous pizzas loaded with edge-to-edge toppings, 100 slices of pepperoni, the family recipe sausage, fresh hand-cut veggies, and premium cheeses like our aged smoked provolone. You'll notice the Doughnut's difference. But why stop there? We also offer subs, calzones, wings, and desserts. Don't keep eating those same old leftovers. Make tonight a Doughnut's night with Doughnut's Pizza on Madison Boulevard in Madison. Call 256-772-6789. That's 772-6789. And online at Doughnut's.com. Doughnut's Pizza, where every piece is important.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money-back, that same money-back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
WBNN.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, big, bold, beautiful, bearded host. We are so excited to be joining you this morning. But don't fret if you are about to. If you're thinking maybe I'm going to lose these guys here at 7 o'clock, guess what? You're not. We're here till 10. We've got a 5-hour marathon extravaganza, which you can expect most Mondays from here to the end of the year. With Dale's got some vacation that he's planning on using, and so we're super thankful to have the opportunity to come in and host his show as well on Mondays moving forward this year. And so that you can look forward to that. Let me tell you guys about. You just heard something about MyPillow there in the break. It's not this is not just some ad gimmick. It is the best pillow. I've had MyPillow for 2.5 years now. And so I actually went after MyPillow because of how good they are. And so, you know, usually they're a little bit expensive. They're usually $69.98. But now, because Mike's crazy, you can get them for $29.98. That's right. You can get the Never Go Flat, wash them and dry them as many times as you want to, made in the USA MyPillow for $29.98. Not only that, they're going to extend the 60-day money-back guarantee to March 1st, 2021. Go to MyPillow.com, radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout. That's MyPillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD at checkout to get your MyPillow for $29.90. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That is crazy. That's so crazy. Sorry about my little outburst there a moment ago. It just really I don't understand. Connor, what was that?
Something Boomer got me.
Yeah, we need to talk.
Okay. Let me make my apology. All I saw was cannibalism, and it completely pulled my attention away. Yeah. Let me make my apology briefly, and then we can move on. I really have a hard time with people that are that stupid but have that much money. I mean, if you're that, are you serious? I'm a broke smart person, and these people are dumb and they're rich, and it's just like I don't understand it. Like it's your electric vehicle. If you're driving it because you like electric vehicles, because you like all that, like I'm all in on that. You know why I drive a diesel? Because it means I mean business. You know what I'm saying? It just, you hear that diesel crank up, and you're like, oh, that guy means business, right? Like I like it. I like the way it sounds. I like the way it feels. I like the way it drives. I'm not driving it because it's got great low end torque and I pull a bunch of stuff. I mean, I do pull, but not enough to need a diesel. I just like it. So if you're driving a Tesla because you just like it, more power to you. But if you're out here trying to save the freaking world. All right, go ahead.
So we just had a sausage ball. that you made us.
Hard left.
No, so we're talking about innovation. We've got to go
balls like sausage balls.
So we go from innovation with the Tesla, and then we had sausage balls, which you had venison. You told us.
Yes.
So, is there a shortage of meat in the world? Do we know this or not? Is that something?
Well, I know there's a large population of dogs, so I would say.
So here's
worst case scenario, probably not.
So here's a new innovation.
Okay.
Company out of London, our Burrow's Steaks has created a new steak to where you take your cells.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Connor can pull up the picture because there's a very gross picture. Scroll down just a little bit to the bottom.
Oh, heck no.
So you
That would be like
look at
eating
that.
my
Look at that right
body.
there. Look at that right there. So you use your own cells to make steak.
No.
Somewhere Hannibal Lecter is fired up.
So that's why they're asking. They said technically it's not cannibalism.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's not. You're not
because you're
not
eating yourself,
but you're
not somebody else.
But you
you're
are
not
eating yourself.
But you're not. I mean, you're not eating like
But you
your own
are.
flesh and muscle, though. Like you're eating a cellular reproduction.
Yeah. Before you go,
which is a part of you.
Yeah.
And you're eating yourself.
Look, if you tear into a human tenderloin, we got some cannibalism, okay? But these, I mean, look, it's not good. There's nothing good about it.
So, but
I'm not saying it's a good thing.
The funny thing is, if you look at the tweet from their website or their Twitter, RO Chef, cooking is all about people. Food is maybe the one universal thing that brings us together. No matter what culture, everyone around the world like to gather around and eat.
I taste really good with A1 sauce.
In a world where being present is difficult and spending time with your loved ones is difficult.
It's like in a petri dish. It's like
give the gift of yourself this year.
Ew!
Grandma, I'm sorry I couldn't come to Thanksgiving, but
I sent a little piece of me.
You can now say eat. You can now say eat me for Christmas.
There you go.
Connor's been dropping some gems today. Connor's been on a roll.
That's
okay.
Yes.
You're wearing off on him, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all. Brandon Hargrove walking in. What's up, buddy? We'll get him on next segment. He'll be joining me from 7 to 10 this morning. We've got Sean DeMars coming in at 9 o'clock. That'll be a lot of fun. He's a celebrity, so there's that. And I will make sure to give him a hard time for that when he gets here. But that don't.
Hey,
they're marketing.
Hey, Zach. Ask them if they want to have a piece of your steak.
Oh,
easy.
Lord have mercy.
Easy.
There's no easy way to ask that
smoke
question.
pole season is out. Okay, we're modern rifle season. All right, not there anymore.
That would be steak. That'd be steak in a tube.
Okay, different. Careful. Then again, I did just curse at Tesla owners, so I don't really.
I would not want to eat steak out of a petri dish. That's just not my.
But look, the concept of taking your cellular structure, sending it to a lab, and then producing steak from your cells is repulsive for anybody.
That's disgusting.
Their marketing was even, you've heard the saying, "You are what you eat." Well, now we can find out if you really are.
My word!
Did you make that up?
No, that's what they're saying. No, it says, "Tell me what you eat, and I'll tell you what you are." And they're talking about you are what you eat, and you eat you.
No.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh!
Gun owners may face Biden administration gun tax. There's a new one. Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
I can't wait to that one. I want to, because that was the one where you're going to have to pay it. If you don't pay it, they'll come to your.
I wish they would
get jail time. 10 years in jail.
Hey, how you think that's going to roll in old Alabama, big dog? Hey, you want to know where the largest private army in the world? We're right here in the middle of it. I wish you would roll down here try. You think that? All right. This has always been my question about that. Who enforces those? Like the law enforcement agents have to be the ones to enforce these. If they're going to come take your guns away, right? It's going to be law enforcement. We have, in fact,
I would assume it'd be IRS because if you don't pay the tax. Then it would not show that
the IRS is not a big enough.
They would enforce.
They don't have a big enough enforcement force to go door to door collecting weapons or putting people in jail that don't pay. So it's going to come down to local enforcement. I just got a text from one of our police buddies who said the best thing he's heard all week is that Tesla owners wear diapers. By the way, but it is Monday, so that's not saying much. But I'm curious if he's still listening, he could text me. Would you come and get guns from law-abiding citizens? Or probably no, because I'm not sure that's going to be. I've been trying to say this from the beginning. Do I want a Joe Biden presidency? Absolutely not. Do I want a diaper-wearing boy from Scranton that can't put sentences together coherently to be my president? No, I don't. And I don't want Kamala either, but it's probably what we're going to get. And what I think we're going to find out very quickly is there was a lot of bluster in that campaign. A lot of pandering in that campaign. And the reality is, as long as we don't lose the Senate, it's not going to matter all that much, because in 2 years we'll give them more gridlock when the radical nature of the policies and what they're trying to do is exposed at the midterms. We will come in and completely you're going to see that wave we were talking about that was washed over by cheating. And so at the end of the day, I really don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. So I mean, it's fun to talk about because, come and get him over my dead body kind of a thing, right? But the reality is, I don't know that it's going to happen.
Well, maybe if they want to find their money, they can actually tax all the AR-15s in Chicago. We can actually find them.
Well, there you go.
Well, because here's what happens. You push legal law-abiding gun owners into outlaw worlds by doing stuff like this, where right now your only issues are those procuring firearms illegally, right? And what happens is you then get those who procure the firearms legally to do illegal things to keep their firearms.
Oh, the biggest proponent and person that's bought and sold more guns in the United States in the last decade. Obama, right? So
the greatest gun salesman that ever did live.
Yeah, and now they do that. Now they say this. All the other gun shops that don't have
more money for the NRA than any lobbyist in the world. Obama.
Yeah.
The NRA, they actually have a low key poster of him in the back room somewhere, employee of the 8 years.
And wives all across the country oh, shut up! We don't need 15 more guns. Come on,
sorry, ladies. Give your husband a gift that keeps on giving, especially when Biden's in the office, a new firearm. Because you won't be able to get
I'm even wanting that.
Huh?
I'm even wanting that. I even want to get in on that. It's not just the ladies for the men. It's hey.
So I don't want to call myself a prophet by any stretch, but when COVID popped off 9 or 10 months ago, I kind of saw some of this stuff coming, and I went out and stocked up then. And so, I really didn't need to stock up, but I did anyways. And so, look, at the end of the day, like I said, the president doesn't affect your daily life in a way that you think he does. I believe it or not. I know it's hard for a lot of you to believe that Orange Man Bad didn't do enough to her. You've been sold a bill of goods that was incorrect, inaccurate, and quite frankly, intellectually bankrupt. But that's neither here nor there. You're not smart enough to see through it. I get it. I understand. It's not a big deal. We love you, and we're here with you. So don't worry about it. We're not going anywhere. We'll be back on the other side of this break. We've got 3 more hours. We're hosting Dale's show this morning, so you've got more of a Boomer in the Beard coming your way. Sandee Lou, as always, we love you. Thank you for being with us this morning. The legendary Will Hampson joins us next. We'll be right back.
WVNN Athens, WVNN FM Trinity, a Cumulus station. It's 7 o'clock. News starts now.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. More hope from another vaccine maker. AstraZeneca says the vaccine it created along with Oxford University has a 90% efficacy rate if half a dose is given, followed by a full dose a month later. Company CEO Pascal Soriot says that means the half dose could be ready much quicker.
So in terms of how quickly, we will try and do that as quickly as possible. We need to have, obviously, a change in the protocol. We need to have a conversation with the FDA. but I would put that in a matter of weeks.
Millions of Americans getting away for Thanksgiving, even though they have been told to try to stay close to home this year. ABC News transportation correspondent Gio Benitez.
Now TSA is reporting some big numbers across the country. On Friday, TSA screening more than 1 million people. That is the second highest single-day total since March. Saturday, not too far off, nearly 1 million people there. Still down considerably from last year's numbers, but perhaps more than a lot of people expected.
For weeks, public health experts have been warning about the coronavirus spreading even more quickly if people meet with those outside their own households. ABC's Ann Flaherty on how some are calculating the risk.
Georgia Tech has this really neat tool where you can go online and you can actually set how many people are going to be at your gathering. Say 10 people in Northern Virginia, where I live. It's actually not that high. I think it's something like a 22% chance. It's high enough for me not to want to do it. But if you look at